my name is Natalie, and I do healing work, and I write about it sometimes and do upload videos about things that I experience. And I wanted to talk today about the whole taboo around sexuality, even in spiritual work. So I've studied a lot of different spiritual philosophies from different teachers, including Buddhism, Hinduism. I've studied, I'm Jewish, so I have a bit of that in my background. I've studied alchemy, healing, Tantra. Put Tantra aside for a second. But yeah, I've read books, Eckhart Tolle, and I've seen videos and New Age and Lemuria and Pleiadians. Like, I'm into all of that. And yoga. But I felt like for years I was kind of exploring that area of interest, spirituality, trying to figure out who I am, what I'm supposed to be doing here, healing my childhood wounds, doing all the work. And most places I came across kind of ignored sexuality. Kind of, you do meditation, you do yoga, you do work, inner higher self work, inner child, whatever. And then you go home and you have sex. And it's two separate things. And yogis and yoga teachers, they don't talk about sexuality really. Spiritual teachers don't touch, the subject. A lot of healers don't really talk about sexuality. And it's kind of, even in the New Age, in the spiritual world of indigo children, it still seems like sexuality is a taboo and it's kind of separate from everything else. It's perverted, it's, I don't know, all these kind of old age views on sexuality. And so for years I practiced all these, spiritual practices and yoga and whatever. And I just had sex with people or lovers, and I never made a connection until I met Tantra, the actual tantric work, which does connect the spiritual element of the soul and the physical element of our sexuality, because being sexual beings is a good thing. Sex, good sex, sexual energy, it will make you happier, healthier, live longer, be more flexible in mind and in body. There's a lot of advantages to do work with the sexual energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing or a perverted thing, or, sex is basically here for us to have fun. I mean, it's one of the reasons we have sex. Yes, to make children, but also to have fun because it feels nice and we want to feel loved. And so I feel like as spiritual teachers, ignoring the sexual aspect is kind of ignoring a huge part of who we are. I'm not saying everyone needs to be a sexual healer or everyone needs to go through sexual healing. That's not even what I'm saying. What I am saying is sexuality in the first chakras, the first and second chakras, they're all about sexuality, sexual energy. The vibration is very sexual, very physical. Like we were when we were children and we were just discovering our body, our physical body. Everything kind of turned us on. We were on this like very pure life energy that it does include sexual energy. Children touch themselves all the time just because it feels nice. It's just that kind of nice feeling you get in your body when your sexual energy is ignited. It's not a bad thing. We all have a lot of emotional blockages to do with sexuality, and there is healing work to be done there for many of us. And for many, it's just learning how to enjoy it and letting go, and how to connect the spiritual work with the sexual work. And that is through working with the energies and the sensations in the body. And I want to learn to connect to my body through my breathing, and also using my breathing to be more present in the moment, including in sexual moments and activities, which is where I want to be present because my body is doing something and I want to be there when I'm doing it, so I'm able to enjoy it all the way. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're doing any kind of spiritual work, or inner healing, or conscious work, or any kind of work on yourself, any kind of treatment you're doing, any kind of practice that you've taken upon yourselves, just make sure you don't ignore the sexual side and aspect of who you are and your life and your body. There's nothing wrong with being a sexual being. There's no contradiction. You can be spiritual and sexual. You can be a yogi and a tantric practitioner. They don't collide, they go together. Sexual energy is very powerful, very strong. If you learn how to work with it, you can clear a lot of emotional blockages from the body and from the mind and from the whole system. So just remember not to ignore that part of you. It's okay, there's nothing to feel ashamed of, and it's just, you know, another part of the human experience in this physical body is to enjoy sexual pleasure. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. I'll see you guys soon.